Hi everyone, it's Miss Tapia here, your librarian. For today's class, I'm going to help you set up your project in Noodle Tools and show you where you can start exploring your topics for your research paper. So again, here are some things we're going to review. We're going to log in, start that new project. We have to share that project with our teacher's project inbox. We need to access the opposing viewpoints database. We need to find that topic page, and then we need to browse and choose a topic by the end of today. So in order to do that, we're going to go to noodletools.com. And once you are there, you are going to click login in the top right hand corner. And whether or not you have a Noodle Tools account or not, remember that you need to sign in with your Google account. So I am going to click on Google. Make sure it's hooked up to your shcp.edu address. If this is your first time, it's going to lead you to another screen, and they're going to ask you to just indicate that you are a student, put your graduation year in there, and click save, and you're good to go. Once you log in, you're going to be on your projects page here. Okay. What I need to do is I need to create a new project. So I'm going to click on New Project on the left side over here. And then I'm going to give my project a title. To make it easy for the teachers and librarians, I'm going to ask you to name your project, your last name, and then Frosh Final. Okay, so your last name, Frosh Final. Citation style, we're going to stick to MLA, and then for the citation level, you can go ahead and click Starter. Then I'm going to click Submit. Now I am in my Frosh Final project. The next thing we need to do is we need to share this with our teachers. So in order to do that, I need to look at my Sharing and Collaboration box here on my dashboard. I'm going to click Share with a Project Inbox. Now, every project inbox is different for every teacher. It's named by their last name, and then you click which block you belong to. So for example, if my teacher is Miss Apshnikat, I'm going to type in her name, and you can see here that it says Apshnikat Block 3 Final 2020 or Block 1. So again, just click whichever block you're a part of, right? Again, if I'm in Miss Packett's class, I type in her last name slowly, and I can see her inboxes here. So I'm going to pretend that I am in Miss Packett's Block 6 Final. Once I click on that, I need to click the Done button. And what this does, I don't know if you just noticed that, but here in the links section, this research guide link just popped up. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this. This is going to lead me to a LibGuide. But for right now, we just need to focus on getting into this opposing viewpoints database. Now, what it should do is it should ask you for a password. That password is Irish, I-R-I-S-H, all lowercase. Once you click through that, it might ask you to enter that password again. Go ahead and do that. If you have any trouble, please let me know. I want to reiterate that in order to have access to this database, you need to go through the links either from Noodle Tools or from the SHC Library website, because otherwise you don't have access. So make sure every time you need to come back to opposing viewpoints, you go through one of those links, the SHC Library links. Okay, so now here we're in opposing viewpoints. I just want to make a quick note that academic databases, they are all full of information sources that have been vetted. Okay, so that means that they are credible, they are authoritative, they are accurate, they are relevant, and they are purposeful, as opposed to the open web. For this project, and I'm going to show you, for this project, you are required to use the database. Once you get to college, you only use databases. So this is our first dance with the database, so to speak. Just to review what the kind of sources you're going to need, you need to find a modern day controversial issue. You're going to write an argumentative essay about it. You will summarize its main points. You will explain your opinion of it, and then refute it with a counter argument. This is something the counter argument we'll find in the database. So again, two sources from this database. So anyway, before I do that, I just want to put that out there. I'm going to hop back into the database. All of you need to go to this link right here that says Browse Issues. And here we can see we have a variety of topics that you can pick from. Now I encourage you at this point, because you're going to have to write a research paper on it, pick something that actually interests you. Maybe something you know a little bit about, maybe something you know nothing about, but really take some time to explore these links and see what they have to offer you. So for example, I mean, it's always helpful to kind of take a step back and think about that first, or you can browse through it this way. I'm going to go with the example of cyberbullying because I've noticed that that has had an uptick recently since everyone's been in shelter in place. And I want to show you the layout of a database page first. So we're on the cyberbullying page. This right here is what we call the overview article. This is important for you to know where to find the overview article. So again, this is where it is. I would click on read more. And what I get from this is a definition of what cyberbullying is. And I get some historical context around how cyberbullying has developed and where it is today, okay? You will be required to read one of these overview essays eventually. But again, for today, you are just exploring topics. This isn't just what you find on the topic page. If I scroll down, you can see that we have different viewpoints. We have images, news articles, reference, videos. Okay, we have all of these things that we can explore. Over here, it looks like we only have 3 viewpoints or 6 viewpoints, but that's not true. We actually have 109. So again, I encourage you to go ahead and explore. That is all you are doing today, is being curious. So I can look down here. Our first result is why sexting must be on the curriculum. That's an interesting one. Maybe you're going to go with that. You go ahead and just browse through what you can find, see what really grabs you, okay? Once you have picked something, you're going to want to first read what your teacher, how your teacher wants you to submit your topic selection, because it might be different for every teacher, so make sure you pay attention to that. And I say that if you have picked that cyberbullying is going to be your topic, you can go ahead and go to that overview article. At the very top, it says Cite. I'm just going to show you what Noodle Tools does. I have this citation in MLA format. I click Export to Noodle Tools, and what that's going to do is it's going to ask me, hey, do you want to put it in this project that you just created? And I'm going to say yes. I'm going to click Import References, and what will happen, this green bar goes across the screen. I can click out of that, and when I go back to my Noodle Tools project, if I click on my sources, I can see now that that citation has been saved in my project. So just give it a second, and here it is. Now I'm going to be able to go back to my topic page by clicking View Live Web Page, and it'll lead me back there. So again, just to recap, all you need to do today is pick a topic. Okay, so go ahead and look through that topic page. If you need to get back to it, click on the top banner and browse issues. I'm very curious as to see what you folks will pick. And other than that, happy exploring, and I'll see you next class.